Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to episode 3 of the Cyberdark Saga. Today I'll be showing you guys how to play Cyberdarks. I'll be showing you guys a bunch of combos for going first and going second. We'll also be going over some test hands. Cyberdarks are very different than Cyberdragons. We don't focus too much on OTKs. We can definitely OTK, but we focus more about getting out big boss monsters. We can get out big towers or we can get out negates. Really unique and cool in its own ways, so let's get into the combos. So for the first combo, we're going to show how to get out Cyberdark Dragon as fast as we can. We're going to need core, we're going to need a Cyberdark monster or a Cyberdragon monster, and we're going to need any spell trap to discard. Core can also be your emergency because it can search core, and your Cyberdark can be any Cyberdark or any Cyberdragon. To begin your combo, you're going to normal summon your Cyberdragon core. Mandatory effect, you're going to search for a copy of your Cybernetic Horizon. You're going to activate your Horizon. For cost, you're going to send the Cyberdark or Cyberdragon from your hand to the grave. Then you're going to send the opposite attribute. So if you send a Cyberdragon, you're going to send a Cyberdark. And if you send a Cyberdark, you're going to send a Cyberdragon. In this case, you're going to send your Cyberdragon Hers to the grave. And then we are going to send from our extra deck to the grave a copy of your Cyber Dragon. And then from the deck, we're going to add a copy of Cyberdark Claw. Hers is going to trigger in grave to add you your Cyberdragon. Next, we're going to activate our Cyberdark Claw, which is going to search us a spell trap, which will be our Cyberdark Realm. We're going to activate our Realm. Realm is going to search us for a Cyberdark monster. We're going to search Cyberdark Cannon. Activate Cyberdark Cannon. We're going to discard it to search for our Cyberdark Chimera. We're going to activate the effect of our Cyberdark Realm. We can immediately normal summon a Cyberdark. We'll normal summon Cyberdark Chimera. We'll activate Chimera. We're going to pitch the spell or trap in our hand to search our Power Bond. And the next time we fusion summon, we can also banish material from the graveyard. We're going to link our core and our Chimera into a copy of our Cyberdragon Seeker. We're going to trigger the Chimera in grave. We can dump a Cyberdark, so we'll dump a Cyberdark Edge. Now we have 5 Cyberdarks in the graveyard, so we're going to activate our Power Bond. We're going to use all 5 Cyberdarks, which will be our Cyberdark Chimera, Cannon, our Claw, and then our Edge and our Horn. We'll banish all 5 to summon our Cyberdarkness Dragon. On summon, Cyberdarkness Dragon is going to equip a monster from the graveyard. We're going to equip our Cyber Dragon. And now that we have Cyberdarkness Dragon equipped with Cyber Dragon, we can tribute our Cyberdarkness Dragon to summon our Cyberdark Dragon. We're going to activate the effect, equipping a monster from the graveyard to it. We'll attach our Hers. And now we have a 5k towers that's unaffected by our opponent's activated effects. And when Hers is sent to grave, we're going to be able to search another Cyberdragon. And then we have Seeger for some good protection. It can even boost our Cyberdark Dragon up even higher. And we have a Cyberdragon in hand as well. That's the basic way to get out your Cyberdark Dragon, one of your main boss monsters of the deck. So if you're up against a deck that has a hard time outing towers, this is probably one of the best combos you can do. Next up, if we want to go for a combo that ends on a negate, we can summon Cyberdarkness Dragon. Same starting hand as before. We're going to normal summon our core, use the effect to search our Cybernetic Horizon. Activate it, we're going to send a Cyberdark, and we're going to send from deck a Hers in order to dump from the extra deck this time our Cyberdark Dragon, and again we're going to add the Cyberdark Claw. Hers is going to trigger, getting us our copy of Cyberdragon. We're going to activate Claw, discard it to search our Cyberdark Realm. Activate Cyberdark Realm, we're going to use it to search our Cyberdark Cannon. Activate Cyberdark Cannon, discard it to search our Cyberdark Chimera. We're going to activate Realm, normal summon our Chimera, activate the effect, we're going to pitch our Spell Trap. In order to search our Power Bond, we're going to link core and our Chimera into our Seeger. Chimera effect is going to dump an Edge. Next we'll activate Power Bond, and the reason we dumped Cyberdark Dragon instead of Cyber Dragon is because we're going to use that as material so we can keep one Cyberdark in the graveyard. So we will banish our Edge, we will banish our Chimera, we will banish our Claw, our Cyberdark Dragon, and our Horn. We're going to keep the Cyberdark Cannon in the graveyard, banish 5 Cyberdarks to summon our Cyberdarkness Dragon. On summon, activate the effect. We will target the cannon in grave, and we are going to equip it to our Cyberdarkness Dragon. Now we have one negate using our Cyberdarkness Dragon, and once we negate something, we'll be sending cannon to grave, and if this is sent to grave while equipped to a monster, we get to draw a card. And again, we have Cyberdragon in hand, and we have a Seeger on field for extra protection. Next up, we have a stronger version of the last combo with Cyberdarkness Dragon. For this again, we need core, a Cyberdragon or a Cyberdark monster, and specifically Clockwork Knight as our spell trap discard for our Chimera. We're we're going to normal summon core, use the effect, get our cybernetic horizon, activate horizon, sending horn, and a copy of our hers in order to send Cyberdark Dragon, and add our Cyberdark Claw. Hers is going to trigger, getting us Cyberdragon. This is very important now because we're going to need to discard this later on. Activate our Claw, we're going to search for our Realm, activate Realm, searching for Cannon, activate Cannon, we're going to search for our Chimera, use Realm's effect, normal summon, activate our Chimera, we're going to dump our Clockwork Knight in order to search for our Power Bond. Again, we link off Core and Chimera into our Seeger. Chimera is going to dump an Edge. Power Bond, we're going to fuse everything again except the Cannon. So we'll fuse Edge, we will fuse Chimera, we will fuse our Claw, our Cyberdark Dragon, and our Horn. To summon our Cyberdarkness Dragon, on summon we're going to equip our Cannon to it from grave. Now when we negate something we're going to draw a card. What we can do now is we can activate our Clockwork Knight, we're going to banish it and discard our Cyberdragon in order to search a copy of our Tyrion King Regulus. We're going to activate Regulus, in the graveyard we're going to target our hers. We're going to equip hers to our Regulus and special summon it. Now we end on 3 negates because Cyberdarkness Dragon doesn't need to send an equipped card equipped to itself to grave to negate something. It can send any equipped card you control. So we have 2 negates with the hers and the Cannon. When hers is sent to grave, we're going to search a Cyberdragon. When Cannon is sent to grave, we're going to draw a card. And Regulus also does not need to be equipped in order to negate something. So this way we end up with 3 negates. Now this combo is very strong. If you hard draw Cyberdark Invasion, or if you draw your Cybernetic Horizon or your Cyberdark Realm in your opening hand, you're able to use your Claw to actually search for your Cyberdark Invasion. We can set this, and what this does is we can equip a machine monster from our graveyard to a Cyberdark we control. So essentially this gives us an extra negate, so this means we end on 4 negates, and they can even act as a pop if we need to as well. Next I'm going to show you how Cyberdarks can do a Buster Lock. What the Buster Lock does is lock your opponent out of the extra deck, which is insanely strong. You're going to need core or access to core with your Cyber Emergency. You're going to need Cyberdark Cannon or Cyberdark Claw, and you're going to need any other Cyberdark monster. We begin by normal summoning core. This time we are going to search for our Cyberdark Realm. We cannot use Cybernetic Horizon in this combo because that locks us into machines for the whole turn. So we search our Realm, we're going to activate Realm, we're going to search a copy of our Claw, discard Claw in order to search any Cyberdark spell trap, we just need this for the discard. Next we are going to activate our Cannon, discard this to add our Chimera, activate our Realm, normal summon Chimera, use Chimera effect, we're going to pitch the spell trap in order to get our Power Bond. We're going to link Core and our Chimera, this time into our Protector Whelp. We're going to go chain 1 Protector Whelp and then chain 2 our Chimera. So Chimera is going to dump any Cyber Dragon monster, and then our Protector Whelp is going to dump our Dragon Buster Destruction Sword, which is the card that locks our opponent out of the extra deck. We're going to activate Power Bond. We only have 4 Cyberdarks in grave, so we need the extra one in hand. We'll banish the Edge in hand, the Horn, Chimera, Cannon, and Claw in order to summon our Cyberdarkness Dragon. When summoned, Cyberdarkness Dragon is going to equip our Dragon Buster from the grave, which means that when this card is equipped to a monster, our opponent cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. And it's also a negate if our opponent is not playing extra deck focused deck, because Cyberdarkness Dragon can send us to grave to negate an effect. Next up is an alternate combo in order to go into your Buster Lock. This requires your Cyberdragon Core and a Machine Dupe. This combo does require you to run certain cards that you wouldn't necessarily run in most Cyberdark builds, but if your Cyberdark build does run these cards, then this can be a very good combo to go into. We're going to normal summon Core. Core effect, we're going to search for our Cyberdark Realm. We're going to activate Cyberdark Realm. We're specifically going to search for one of the 3 original Cyberdarks, so Cyberdark Horn in this case. We need a Cyberdark monster that can equip a monster from the graveyard to themselves. Activate Machine Dupe, we are going to target our Core in order to summon 2 Cyber Dragons. We're going to exease our 2 Cyber Dragons into our Cyber Dragon Nova. Next we are going to link our Core into a Almirage. Because we have a Cyber Dragon in grave, activate Nova effect, detach a Cyber Dragon to special summon a Cyber Dragon. Next we will overlay our Nova into Infinity, so we have a negate. Next we'll go Cyber Dragon and Almirage into our Protector Whelp. Protector Whelp is going to dump our Dragon Buster. Next we're going to activate Realm, normal summon our Horn, activate Horn, attach the Buster Dragon to our Horn. So now we have the Buster Lock up plus a Infinity negate, A bit more vulnerable because our Cyberdark Horn only has 1200 attack while equipped with our Dragon Buster, but it's pretty cool. Ending on a negate is really nice. Combo requires less resources to go into, and it's only a 2-card combo, which is fantastic. Next up, we have an OTK combo using just your Cyber Dragon core and a Spell Trap discard. This also works in any Cyber Dragon build, so that's great as well. We're going to normal summon core, we're going to search our Cyberdark Realm, activate Realm, we're going to search our Chimera, use Realm Effect, normal summon Chimera. We're going to discard Imperm in order to search our Power Bond, link these two into your Seeger. Activate Power Bond, you're going to use your core in the grave, you're going to banish it, and then you're going to use your Seeger in the field in order to summon your Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. On summon, this can pop 2 spell traps. It's 4200 because of Power Bond, and we can use this effect to dump 2 light machines, so we can go core and a hers, so we can attack 3 times. Hers also lets us add a Cyber Dragon, and we can go 42, 42, 42, which is a grand total of 12,600 damage. So this is almost always an OTK, fantastic, but we have an alternate version to show you in case your opponent has a bunch of monsters on field where this combo won't be enough. For the final combo, we have an Overdragon OTK combo. This can be useful where your Rampage Dragon OTK combo isn't enough. If your opponent has a bunch of high attack monsters, we can summon an Overdragon with very high attack and multiple attacks, so that can be a better way to OTK in that position. We begin with our core, activate core effect, we're going to search Cyberdark Realm. Realm is going to get our Chimera, activate our Realm to summon our Chimera. Chimera effect, we're going to send the Imperm in order to search Power Bond. We're going to link these two into our Seeger. We're going to trigger our Chimera, we're going to send a Cyberdark. Now we can Power Bond, we're going to use everything, we're going to use Seeger, we're going to use our Cyberdark Horn, Core and Chimera. So that's 4 monsters, including a Cyber Dragon monster. To go into our Chimera Tech Overdragon. On summon, it's going to wipe our field. It gains 800 attack for each material we used. So we used 4 materials, so it's at 32. But because we used Power Bond, it's at 6400 attack. And because we used 4 material, it can attack 4 times. So if your opponent has a big board, this can wipe the board and probably OTK. This is probably the best way to break a board and do the most damage possible in the deck. To close out the video, we'll do a quick test hand. So let's see what we got. We have Imperm, we have Cyberdark Claw, we have our Core, we have our Chimera, and we have a Cyberdark Realm. This is a very strong hand. We have a lot of duplicates, so we can go really far with this combo. We'll begin by normal summoning Core. We're going to use Core Effect. We're going to search for a copy of our Cybernetic Horizon. Horizon? We'll activate Horizon. I think we're going to pitch our Chimera because we can search it later on. So then we're also going to send a Hers to grave, which can search Cyber Dragon later on. From the extra deck, we can send Cyber End Dragon if we want to go into our Cyberdark End Dragon, but I think in this scenario, we can get up multiple negates with our Cyberdarkness Dragon. So I think we will send our Cyberdark Dragon. And then from the deck, we're going to search, I think we'll search a Cyberdark Edge. I think any of the generic Cyberdarks are good enough here. Next, we'll go chain 1 Chimera to dump a Cyberdark, and then chain 2 Hers to add a Cyber Dragon. So we'll add Cyber Dragon, and I think we can also send another of the generic Cyberdark, so we'll send Cyberdark Horn. Next up, we'll activate our Cyberdark Realm. I think we're going to search for our Cyberdark Cannon here, so that we can get back our Cyberdark Chimera. So we search Cannon, Cannon effect, we're going to search our Chimera. At this point, we might as well use Claw. So we're going to use Claw effect, we're going to search for the Trap Cybernetic Invasion. This can help us get an extra negate later on. We will use Realm to do an additional normal summon of our Chimera. Use Chimera, we can pitch either one of these. I think the Imperm is the best card to pitch to search our Power Bond. There's Power Bond. We can link these two into our Seeger. We're going to activate Power Bond. We're going to use Material Engrave. We're going to use our Horn. We're going to keep Cannon to equip later on. We're going to send Claw, Chimera. We're going to send our Cyberdark Dragon and the extra Chimera. We're going to banish all these to summon our Cyberdarkness Dragon from the extra deck. Cyberdarkness Dragon is going to be 4k attack. On summon, we're going to equip our Cannon to him, so when he negates an effect and sends us to grave, we're going to draw a card. Next up, we'll set the Cyberdark Invasion because during our opponent's turn, we can flip this, target a card in the graveyard, equip it to our Cyberdark. It will boost him up by 1000 and he'll gain a negate, or we can even send this to grave to pop a card using Invasion as well. So that's pretty much all we can do. I think that's a pretty good combo. I think if we had used the Edge, we could have kept the Claw and Grave, So Invasion could equip Claw to our Cyberdarkness Dragon, meaning that once that's sent to grave off of his effect, we can target a Cyberdark in grave and add it back to our hand. So that's a little improvement you can do there, but overall this combo is very good because it at least gives you 2 negates or a pop, which is really, really good. So that's it for my Cyberdark combo guide. I think I included most of the important combos. Of course, there's like 4 and 5 card combos you can do, but those are not very realistic. These are the most consistent combos the Cyberdark deck can do in my testing. If you guys know any cool combos, let me know. If you want to see the build that I'm using for this combo guide, check the previous video. I hope this guide helped you learn how to play Cyberdarks. It's a very fun deck. It's a lot different from Cyberdragons, and it's really cool that way. It has its own identity, which I think is really cool. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and stay tuned for the finale of the Cyberdark saga, where I pit Cyberdarks up against Cyberdragons.